What is up, you guys? My name is Kayla. Welcome to my new YouTube channel. I know this is kind of a hardcore topic for a first YouTube video, but that's just the type of person I am. I go hard or I don't show up at all. So let's go ahead and get started. It's kind of a detailed story, so I don't want the video to be too long and I don't want you guys to get bored and not watch it. So let's get going. Okay, so first of all, I just want to say when this happened, I did not even connect it to human trafficking. It happened my sophomore year of college in 2016. It was the end of it, so maybe it was 2017. So it was about 3 years ago. And I didn't think it was human trafficking. I just thought it was just a weird coincidence that I had with said person. And it wasn't until the end of my senior year of college when I found out that this was happening in multiple states across the United States, and this group of people was allegedly linked to human trafficking. So no one has been arrested, it hasn't been confirmed that this group of people are human traffickers, but it's pretty freaking weird. I'm very in tune with my intuition and my guts. Like, my gut feeling is never wrong. So when I saw those news articles my senior year of college, I was like, that's exactly what it was. And then I was just like thinking back, like, and all the red flags started popping up in my head. I was like, yep. Like, that's exactly what it was. So, but it's all alleged. So, like, I'm not accusing these people of anything, I guess. I just want to protect myself legally. Like, so it's all alleged. Okay, so setting the scene, like I said, it was the end of my sophomore year of college. I was walking into a King Soopers, and for those of you who are familiar with King Soopers, you know that, like, when you walk in, it kind of pushes you into the produce section. So that's where I was. I was at the very front of the store, and I was looking at avocados and, like, the vegetables in that area, and this lady just walks into the store. She was like olive skin tone. She had dark black hair. She was about 5'4"-ish, I would say, because I'm 5'6", and she was smaller than me. She was very skinny. She was wearing gray Walmart, like those light gray Walmart sweats that you can buy for like $2. And then she was wearing a darker gray oversized Marl hoodie that zipped up. It looked like a boyfriend hoodie type thing, and she just looked very rough. Like that, so that's red flag number one. Looking back, she looked very rough and kind of malnourished. Like she looked malnourished. I wouldn't say she looked strung out on drugs, but she looked malnourished. We'll just say that. So that's a red flag, as it is her appearance. Okay. So she walks into the King Soopers, approaches me right away, and she was like, in a rush. She wasn't frantic, but she was in a rush, and she was like, hi, we're going to this youth group right now, do you want to come with us? And I was like, hi. Like, no. So this wasn't unusual because I lived in a college town at a university. There's always people trying to get you to come to their religious events. I was actually affiliated with a campus ministry at my university at the time, so like being approached by someone trying to talk religion wasn't weird to me at all by any means. And so she's like, do you want to come to our youth group right now, like we're about to leave? And I was like, I honestly just thought she was very bad at evangelizing, so I was like, no, like I'm not interested, thank you. I'm actually already affiliated with a ministry, like I'm not interested. And she was like, oh, what religion are you? And I was like, I'm just a non-denominational Christian. And she was like, oh, well, we're a Christian group, but we believe in God the Mother. And I was like, God the Mother? And this one I was just like, that I'm Christian, like that's weird, like I've never heard of that before. So I was like, what do you believe in? And so she was telling me all the general storyline of Christianity. Jesus was the Son of God. He came down, he was born from a Virgin Mary, he lived a sinless life, he was crucified on the cross, and he resurrected 3 days later. And then she's like, but we believe that he lived on earth after he was resurrected, like he continued to live on earth. And as a Christian, I know I'm very Bible educated. I know that's not the case. So I was like, that's not what the Bible says. And she was like, yes it does. She was like, yes it does, like blah blah blah. I was like, no, I've read the Gospels, like I've read the whole New Testament, I've read parts of the Old Testament, like I know the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, like they do not say that. And so I was like, I was kind of like not arguing with her, but like I know my stuff, so I was like, that's not what it says. And I was kind of trying to get where she was coming from, because I was interested, because I'd be interested in what she had to say. And so she kind of, that's when she was like, oh, she knows what she's talking about. So I'm gonna stop talking. And so she just kind of like diverted to, well, why don't you just come and see what we're about? We have a van outside, like we can take you, we can go right now. And as someone who was a part of a campus ministry at the time, like I still didn't find this weird, because when we were trained to outreach to people, we kind of, it sounds manipulative, but you kind of try to find ways for them not to say no. And many people say no because they didn't have a car in college. Like a lot of people who live on campus don't have cars, so like getting a ride or providing a ride for that person to come with you wasn't a red flag to me. But for any normal person, they're like, Kayla, are you dumb? She was literally wanting you to get in her van. Like, are you dumb? And I was just naive. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. So I was like, no, I'm not interested. And I don't, since this was like 3 years ago, like I don't remember exactly what she said, but she was just being overly persistent, and I just had to be like super stern. I'm like, I'm not interested. I have a lot of homework tonight, but thank you. And then she was kind of like you could tell she was stressed. She was like, fine, like I hope you have a good night. And then she just walked out of King Soopers. Like we were still at the beginning of the produce section at the front. Like she came in, talked to me, and then she just left, like right then and there. And looking back at that now, I'm like, that's weird. Like normally you would think someone who's like trying to get people to come to the youth group, they would try to talk to multiple people and try, like shoot their shot at everyone, you know. But she literally just talked to me and then walked out, and I was like, that was weird. And then so that was that occurrence. And then fast forward to the end of my senior year of college, I saw news articles. I can't remember from what source. I'm gonna try to look them up, but I saw news articles connecting God the Mother, human trafficking, and like all alleged. And I was like, what the heck? Like I just got chills all throughout my body. Like I almost got kidnapped by human traffickers. Like in my gut, that's what I know it was. And so that's my story. So I just wanted to like make this video because human trafficking has become a huge epidemic in the United States and even like the UK and stuff, and it's really, really scary. And I just wanted, like, there's probably I know a lot of women out there who will even watch this video who have had encounters with human traffickers, and it's just freaking scary. So 1, never get in someone's van. 2, know your stuff. Like if they try to preach to you about like Christianity or whatever religion, like know your stuff. Because I honestly think that's what saved me, is because like I was just like, I called her on her shit. I was like, that's not what Christians believe in, like I'm sorry. And she kind of like, I think, got intimidated by that. So I'm just thankful that it kind of happened to me and not anybody else, because I knew what I was talking about. And I'm just blessed that I guess I wasn't an easy target for her. Hope you guys liked this video. I'm going to start making story times and different kind of mini vlogs more often. So please like and subscribe to my channel if you're interested. Comment down below if you had any like experience of yourself with human traffickers allegedly. So that's it. Hope you guys liked my